Hey dads, I think I might have found the best blender ever. We went to our friend's house, he lives in Florida, and they had a blender there that was just so amazing. So I decided to buy one on Amazon. So I figured that I'd do an unboxing of it with you guys because I was really impressed by this thing. First of all, hi to all the new dads out there. This is Dad Reviews. This is where I give you my unedited, hopefully more authentic look at the products that I like, use, and have. So if you're interested in that, you might want to consider clicking that subscribe button. Let's go ahead and open this bad boy up here. If you guys want to check this out, even though you don't even know what it is yet, although you might know what it is by the title, then I'll put a link down in the description below. Don't just take my word for it. Go and read some of the other reviews that they have on Amazon, because that's some of the best information comes from reviews from other people. You know, you don't just take my word for it. So they packaged it very well. It's a big box and they got all this paper stuff in there. Oh, it comes in another box. Double unboxing, what? So we have, oh, is that the only thing? Yeah, that's it, okay. This is the Ninja blender. So I really like, I've done a video of the previous blender that we have. It's actually sitting right there. It's an Oster blender. And I've been having some troubles with it. I actually want to do an updated review of that blender. But I think y'all know, most of y'all know, that I make smoothies 2 times a day. It's usually like, you know, some milk and yogurt and frozen fruit and stuff like that. And in our older blender, it seems like it's harder for it to pulverize the fruit, the frozen fruit. So let's see what we got in here. We got the caution, stop, open with care, blah, blah, blah. Piece of cardboard there, placeholder. Okay, we got this thing here. Looks like top. Okay, we got cardboard here. There, that looks like, I think that might be the motor. And also, if you guys need parts, like if you have a Ninja blender and need parts for it, I'll link up their parts stuff, and all their other blenders down there below. Has this as well. So what's great about this is that you can also use this thing as a food processor or a blender. So it's a two-in-one deal, which I really love. Because I was looking, whenever we were going to purchase that blender right there, we went to the store and we noticed that they all cost like between $30 and $50 for a decent one. And see, this is the smaller one that I'm gonna be used for blending. And I noticed that they're all between like 30 and 50 bucks. If you were to buy a blender and a food processor, that probably cost you somewhere near $100. This thing, I think, costs like $50 maybe, or something like that. So I'm totally stoked on this. Let's see, so let's look at our containers first. This is the one that I was using at my friend's house to do my smoothies in. It's a nice, good-sized container. It's got the blender on there with the blade, and then it just has a little rod that the blade sticks on. So it's easier to get this thing out and to clean it as opposed to a regular blender. One thing that I will say that I didn't like about this particular blender and how that worked is if you didn't take the blade out and you go to pour, the blade falls out. So it'd be nice if this had like a little magnet in there or something that would attach to the little steel thing down there so that whenever you pour, hopefully it would hold it in. That was the one thing that I didn't like about it. But as far as like blending it up fast, consistency of the product, you know, of the smoothie that I was making, I was very pleased with it. Let's see, this is the larger one. This holds 6 cups. At least that's where the line goes up to. This is the 5 cup. Wow. 1 cup difference? Interesting. And then they have this guy right here. This is like a smaller one. This is 2 cups. Huh, maybe I'll start using this one for my blender, or for my smoothies. I didn't see this one at my friend's house. Okay, it just goes on there. Does this thing open up? It's got to. Huh, okay, we have to learn a little bit more. Oh look, it just pops up. There we go. And it's got the same type of little nub on the bottom there that the blade fits on. Another thing that I really like about this blender, it's got the double blades stacked. So with that, not only is it, in a regular blender, usually just crushing from the bottom. And whenever you have big chunky strawberries that are frozen, or berries in general that are frozen, it's really hard for it to get all the way down because usually blenders are V-shaped, you know, semi V-shaped in. and it just takes it a while to get down there. But having the double blade on it means that it starts pulverizing it from the top there, just like a food processor would, and you get a more consistent, and it doesn't, you don't have to run your blender as long using this Blendtec. This right here is the top. It has a nice pour spout on it. Honestly, I didn't really use this whenever I was doing my, oh, that's what keeps the blade in place if you want to pour something. So I can make my smoothie, pop this thing up, do this, the blade doesn't come out. Lane, you are an idiot. I could have been doing that the whole time we were there. And then this one, I guess this is more for storage because it doesn't have the spout on top and it seals. Oh, there's other stuff in there. It seals onto there as well. Trash. So this is another top. What is this top? Oh, this is another top for, I bet, this smaller one here. So if you want to save your food, put that on the, like that. Another thing that I like about this that I didn't even think about when we were purchasing is that it comes with 3 blades. There's a blade for every single container here, and I guess that's because they're all different heights and they have to get to the top of the part that the motor goes on, which we'll get to in just a minute, because y'all are probably wondering, Lane, how does this thing get electricity? So this is my favorite part about this blender. It comes with the motor here. This is the motor. And then you put your top on the top of your pitcher here. You know what, let's use a taller one so y'all can see it a little bit better. Here we go. So you put your blade through the little hole on the top there. Then your Ninja motor snaps into the top of the blade there. So it's actually spinning from the top and not the bottom. This is great because whenever you're done with your, the problem that I had with my other blender is that whenever it was done, or whenever I had just liquid in the bottom of the blender, the milk that I was putting in would slowly leak out even before I started the blender. But because this has no leaking points, there's no hole or anything down here on the bottom, I mean, besides this thing, but it's still all covered up. This thing will not leak on me unless it gets cracked, which I think that's amazing. Let's go ahead and plug it in just out of curiosity. We'll see. I want to see how fast this thing is. I didn't read any of the directions or anything because I just unboxed it for you guys. You want to check this out? Let's unplug that, plug that in. Here we go. What you do, and I like it, another thing I like about this too, one thing that could be not good is that it doesn't have a setting to, I don't think it has a setting. Maybe you can lock it. Let's try it out. So that's it right there. 3 blades spinning. So it just has this big button on top that you have to hold down, kind of like an ultimate chopper. But so the one thing that I was gonna say that's not that great about this is that it doesn't have like a setting where you just press a button and it just runs. Honestly, that's probably a good thing because you might burn up your motor if you just leave it on all the time like I do. So this will help me get out of that. And I think since it's chopping so much, with this one has the triple blade as opposed to the double blade, I think that it'll work perfectly for what I need it for. Like I said, if you guys want to check this thing out, I'm gonna link it up down in the description below. I used it for about a week at my friend's house. I really liked it a whole bunch, and I can recommend it over the other blender that I have, or pretty much any blender with a motor on the bottom and you put the container on the top. I really like the motor on the top here. That is just, I think, a fantastic feature, and I think it's a little less cumbersome, and you can use this for storage. I don't know, I really like this design. If you guys want to check this out, again, linked up down in the description below. Go and read other people's reviews about it. Don't just take my opinion on it. Ninja is an awesome blender, and this one, whenever I compared prices, I should have gotten this from the beginning, although I think I got that one on Craigslist for like 20 bucks or something, my old one. If you guys are liking what we're doing here on Dad Reviews, make sure to click that subscribe button. What's your favorite blender? Let me know that down in the comments below. If you guys want to watch more of our videos, I'm going to put some more videos right there on the screen. I'd love it if you guys watch more of our videos. Thank you guys for watching our videos, and Dad out.